Hey everyone, so this is my review of American Horror Story Roanoke. Episode 9 could be really called Chapter 9. And basically what this episode is about is that a new actor emerges on the side of the house per Sydney's request prior to them actually starting to film. And while that's going on, 3 young adults enter the woods hoping to shoot some footage of the blood moon and like the history of the house and get some scenes of the actual places that my Roanoke nightmare took place at, and just putting that all up on the web. And they're going out basically at night during the blood moon to do this. And while that's going on, Lee, Audrey, and Monette are basically just constantly on the run and just trying to stay alive. And this was a really great and interesting episode that managed to continue to do what the last episode did, which was summing everything up and really sort of bringing everything to a close, to the point that now in the next episode all they really have to do is just kind of end things. And I really like the inclusion of the Roanoke Nightmare fans that came to explore the woods and stuff, and just getting all these fresh faces that aren't terrified and know what's going on and stuff like that. I thought it was kind of cool to see them having to deal with it, accepting that everything is real and that they aren't hallucinating or things aren't really how they are supposed to be and all that. I just kind of enjoyed seeing them there and seeing these new people and just kind of managing to get to know them, even though they were only in this one episode, hopefully. Then the new guy that they brought in to help Audrey and Lee was really great to sort of manage to give Lee and Audrey a bit of hope and then just have it taken away from them in a matter of seconds. And it was just so great to kind of see him, but also he was really kind of annoying because he seemed like he knew what was all going on and he took charge because he's this ex-military guy and all this stuff. That made him kind of annoying because, if anything, he should be listening to Lee and Audrey because they're more aware of what's going on in this area than he could ever be. So I think he should have been listening more to them instead of taking charge. Then them all going back to the Pokes farm was very interesting to see how the last remaining 2 Pokes managed to still do a lot of damage, even though it was just the 2 of them. And it was a little odd though with the videotapes and stuff that they needed, that basically where they left the stuff and where they found it were in 2 opposite places. So that kind of seemed a bit weird to me, unless I missed something in the last episode. I just felt like the videotape should have been where Audrey was, and that the gun and stuff should have been where Lee was, but for some reason they were in opposite places. So that was just kind of weird in my mind. So I must have missed something, or it just was an error. Then the randomness of having the witch show up just to save Lee shortly before she died kind of felt a little odd to me because it didn't make much sense. But it does leave me super excited and super curious to see what's going to happen with Lee in the last episode, because to be able to have this witch and what all happened, and the witch has to have some control over her. So what's going to happen, because Lee can't really remember what's going on and stuff, a lot like what happened with Matt. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with the witch and with Lee and all that stuff. Then the ending moments of this episode were so gory and just awfully good, but just and it just was not really the way I was expecting everything to go. And I've been saying, I'm super excited to see what they're gonna do with this last episode. And this episode was so great, and the ending, like I said, was so gory and just terrible, and just I don't know how to describe it without giving stuff away, and I don't want to give stuff away. And just so I guess that's where I'm gonna have to leave it, because I don't want to spoil it too much. So, yeah, that's my review of American Horror Story Roanoke, episode 9 called Chapter 9. So, yeah. Bye.